link if someone wants to see the YouTube. Thanks.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Baddies DH1. I am your headmaster, Dylan, and we are in our final four. So previously on Baddies DH1, the baddies were tasked to do their own new podcast. They were divided into two teams of three where they had to pick a topic and they had to make the best possible podcast that they could. There's a lot of drama that went on as two people were crowned as the best podcasters. Mark was crowned as the first best podcaster and Cody was crowned the second podcaster. However, controversy arose after it was revealed that Cody had broken a sacred rule at the Coco Academy, which was that you cannot forward messages from other players to a main chat or to any other player in the game. As such, he was stripped of his immunity and he was sent down to detention. New rules were enforced at the Coco Academy, as from that point forward, if you were not in the top, you were in the bottom. So everybody was sent down to detention where they had to fight for their lives to stay in the game. Ultimately, the cases of Ida, Rafi, and Debbie were heated the most, and they were spared to advance to the semifinal. And Constance and Cody had to bid us farewell as the next two students to be expelled from the academy. Now we are down to our final four. We have Debbie, Mark, Ida, and Rafi, four very different students that all had very different backgrounds coming into the game. You had Debbie, who was more new school. We had Ida, who was more old school. Mark was a brand new player. And then Rafi was kind of from somewhere in the middle. So I'm very interested to see how this is all going to turn out. Before we check in with the rest of our students, I do have an announcement to make. So we have a bit of a shakeup in the faculty for the remainder of the season. Because we've had some production members getting to see a little bit more than I've been able to see. They are now going to join the faculty and be judging you guys in these final stages so we can pick our best candidate to be the next inductee into the Hall of Fame and be our first graduate at the school. So I'm going to reveal who will be on our faculty. So the first person that will be joining our faculty, he was on season 8 and he has been a production member ever since. It is Tyler. Tyler is now on the faculty.
Hello everyone. So excited to join, to crown and give a diploma to one of these great students. Thank you, Dylan.
Thank you. Our next person joining the faculty, she is our resident troll from season 11. It's Creewell.
Hi. I lost to Kiana, but I beat Lydia, so shout out to Lydia. Miss you. You lost again though, so I'm sorry.
I will say, Headmistress, I love that background. It's been my favorite of the season.
Thank you.
No problem. Also joining the faculty, she is currently doing something for Father's Day, so she will be joining us later on. Kyra, our jokester, our class clown, will be joining the faculty as well. So moving forward, the four of us will be making the decisions on who will be expelled from the game and who ultimately we will crown. So before we get into tonight's lesson, I want to hear from the four of you on how everything is going. So I'm going to start with Debbie. Debbie, you were this close to going home. You were very close to the bottom. Why do you, and I heard that you were very surprised that you were spared over Constance. Why do you think you were spared last night, and how do you feel being in the top 4?
Well, I'm definitely proud to be in the top 4. I'm happy that I was spared. So thank you, Dylan. And yeah, I wasn't sure when the judges were talking about saying somebody who talks a lot and tends to talk over people. We all know that's an issue of mine that I'm working on, and I'm aware, I'm very self-aware that I need to work on that. But I wasn't sure. I was like, okay, well, I know I haven't spoken to the principals in a very long time, but I was like, did they remember that from a long time ago? Obviously, I didn't know what Constance spoke to them about. So I thought they were referring to me by saying that, like, I don't know. I didn't know like what was not listened to and who was talking over. So I didn't know. That's why I was surprised. I actually thought she was referring to me. Yeah, I wasn't really sure. I know Constance and Cody at the end at the last episode had a lot of beef and butt heads a lot. So I didn't know if there were things discussed there with them, like what went on. I kind of was just like laying low and staying out of it. Because I like both of them at that point. So yeah, I mean, I think that I was probably spared because I personally do think that I'm growing and changing as a person, but also like an org player in general, like learning, when to not engage and like working with all different types of personalities and getting over misunderstandings. And so I do think that I'm like growing. So I think that, and I also think I've been doing pretty well aside from the podcast, which I know I got off topic. So yeah, I think I've been doing pretty well in the challenges. I thought Constance did too, but I think maybe I just was doing slightly better in your eyes. Yeah, I don't know. You tell me, but that's my thoughts.
Well, Debbie, what I will say is it was really tough picking between you and Constance. I felt like both of you were very consistent. It's just what kind of pushed you over the edge over Constance was more so what was going on in the house, all the drama that was going on in the house. I felt like both of you were very consistent, but you also had a couple more highs and a couple more lows where he was more in the middle. But it was still a very hard decision, but you're here. So congratulations.
Thank you.
My next question is going to go to Rafi. So Rafi, how did you feel during the last episode after hearing that you were one of the favorites during the podcasting challenge?
I felt really grateful. I felt like I did a really good job. Couldn't eke out that win that time, but yeah, I felt like I really did a good job. I felt after the challenge, I was like, oh, I had a lot of fun. Like I feel like I did really well. I got some like good jokes in. So I was like, I was very grateful that that I ended up being one of the favorites during the challenge. I feel like I not to toot my own horn, felt a little deserved. I felt like it was a deserved, and I'm gonna continue to shine on.
I love to hear that. My next question is gonna go to Ida. So Ida, before the last challenge, you were struggling in the other lessons. And I told you in the principal's office, you got to hit your stride, you got to hit it. And you got really positive reviews in the podcasting challenge. So how did it feel succeeding in that lesson? Did it give you that fire to make it through the last two hurdles of the season?
Yes, and it was actually so amazing. And I honestly thought I did so good. I thought on a win. I was like, ain't no way. But I was happy because I was like, damn, they really thought I was good, but I wasn't that good. But I did good. And I was like, oh my God. And I was more shocked that I did better than Dabby. Because Dabby, she know how to talk. And I be stuttering. I be like, that. And I was like, ain't no way I did that. But I was proud of myself, and I'm ready to take on more challenges and do my best.
I'm awesome. That's awesome to hear. And my last question is gonna go to Mark. So Mark, of everybody here, you're the only person that's been able to avoid the carpet. You've been very strong in the lessons. Do you feel that momentum? Are you feeling like that momentum is going to continue tonight?
I think so. I just feel like I always try to put my best foot forward. And it has helped me throughout the game and the challenges. And I've just been an honest person with everyone, and I've really had a good time meeting everyone. And this has been my first experience. And so nothing but positive things to say.
That's awesome. So before we dive into tonight's lesson, does anybody have anything that they want to bring forward for the rest of the class? Okay, well then we're going to hop on into tonight's lesson. So tonight's lesson is going to test you guys on your adaptability. How are you going to handle yourself under pressure? Are you going to be able to think on the spot, or are you going to fizzle out? So tonight's lesson, you guys are going to be splitting up into pairs. You are then going to have to perform an improv skit. So we are going to randomly generate some scenarios for you guys, and you are going to have to perform an improv skit that will tickle our fancy, that will make us laugh. The twist is that you guys are going to have to pick your partners. We're not going to pick those partners for you. So it's up to you how you pick your partners. I'm going to give you guys the floor, and you guys can go ahead and pick your partners. So we will be back when you have your partners decided.
I want to be Rafi's partner.
Oh, it's like I'm being first in the.
I guess that means I'm with Ida. Yeah, I mean, I that was quick. Okay. Okay, Mark.
Do you want to audition? Who do you want to be? So Debbie, assuming Mark didn't say what you just said. What
Sorry.
Actually, I was gonna ask to be Rafi's partner too, to be honest.
So popular. Oh my god.
But I don't know. I mean, honestly, like it doesn't matter to me at this point. I mean, Ida, I'm sure you were busy this weekend. Like I reached out to you a lot this weekend. Like I feel like at this point, like we all just like we're all here. Like let's, so I don't know, Rafi, why don't you decide then? Who do you want to be with? Since we both said you, but Mark said you first.
Oh my god. Ida, do you have something to say?
I'm gonna go ahead and go with Debbie, honestly.
Okay. I guess it's decided. Me and Mark and Debbie and Ida.
Cause y'all ain't gotta act funny around me. I'm gonna go with Debbie, and we're gonna win. So y'all better watch your bets.
Period. I hope you do. I really do.
All right.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, Rafi, you want like.
But it may not be teams. You may actually be head to head against the person you're going with, and then it'll create the final two out of whoever you're playing with. So it doesn't necessarily mean that we're a team. I could be going against Rafi right now. Though we're doing a skit together, we could be judged separately based off of who's the best character according to the skit. So I don't want you guys to think, oh my God, they're trying to team up against us, because that's not the case. I just wanted to work with Rafi because I feel like we have good rapport and I'd be able to create a good skit with them.
Okay, cool.
So-
All right, Ida, let's kill it then, girl.
All right.
That's cool.
So is it going to be guys versus girls?
I guess so. I guess that's how they meet it.
Okay, so Debbie and Ida, you guys will perform in a skit, and Rafi and Mark, you guys will perform in a skit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to randomize your two teams, and whichever team I pick, that the randomizer picks, will get to choose either 1 or 2. And whichever number you pick, that will be the scenario that you get.
Oh, so we're just randomly. Okay, got it. Okay.
So I already randomized the things, like the scenarios. So
Mhm.
you guys get to pick randomly.
Oh, so we're gonna try and pick. Okay. Cool.
All right, so my randomizer has given it to Mark and Rafi. So Mark and Rafi, do you guys want scenario number 1, or do you want scenario number 2?
Rafi, you can pick.
Catch the tiger by the toe if you. All right, we'll go with scenario number 2, Dylan.
All right, you have chosen scenario number 2. That means that Debbie and Ida, you will get scenario number 1. I'm going to randomize you guys again, and whichever team is on the top will have to do their skit first. The other two will then have to hop off camera and on mute, and they can enjoy the skit. Warning, you guys will not know your skits until it is your turn, okay? And the randomizer has selected Debbie and Ida. You guys will go first.
Okay.
Because I have a bad memory. Debbie and Ida, you guys got number 1, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So Debbie and Ida, I am going to give you your improv skit, and then you guys are going to have 2 minutes to talk out what your
perfect.
scenario is going to be and what you're thinking you're going to do. Once those 2 minutes end, you guys cannot strategize anymore, and you will have to immediately do your skit. Okay?
Oh, you sending it on Skype?
I'm just going to say it out loud for you.
Okay.
So
Oh,
your skit is going to be a group strategizing how to survive a natural disaster.
Okay.
So it's up to you guys what natural disaster it is, what you're strategizing, what the scenario is. It's all improv. It's all up to you. A group strategizes how to survive a natural disaster. You guys have 2 minutes to figure out what you're going to do. Good luck.
I don't know why I just thought about zombies, but I know zombies not one. Which one?
I mean, yeah, but the zombies is like not like something that is
Yeah.
likely to happen. So let's do. Sorry, hold on. I'm practicing.
Let's do a tornado. Let's do a tornado, and we got to run in the house in the basement.
You want to do tornado or okay? Yeah, I was gonna say
Right.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, natural disaster.
We gotta
Perfect.
prepare
Okay.
some stuff. So you ready to like?
Yeah, tornado. We're running into the basement. Yeah, because zombies is not going to be realistic. Okay, so tornado.
Alright,
We're
so
running
we
into the
gotta-
basement.
I got a
Yeah.
doggy. His name Rocky. So I got to snatch his ass from out the front yard, run in the house.
So okay, and I have kids. So I don't have any pets, but we can talk about like a group. So I guess a group. Wait, would we think of a group like family or like a group like in a school? Surviving a tornado. I guess we could think of like a family, right? Going to the basement.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Okay. So let's say we have family going to the basement. Let's say they have 3 kids, a dog, a cat, just to make it right. Like just because it's a group.
Alright.
I don't know. Like, I was gonna say like I guess we talk about one topic within one subtopic within the topic. So
Like we got 30 seconds.
okay, let's talk about lightning, how we need to go to the basement. We need to turn off all the TVs. We need to get flashlights. And how we need to calm everyone down, how kids are panicking and we'll calm them down, right?
Right. And we gotta get the kids in the house. Come on, y'all. Come on.
Yeah,
They're gonna
dogs
hold hands.
barking.
They gonna like hold hands walking in the house, running or whatever.
And let's make it entertaining, like talk about, oh my God, all this chaos, the kids are screaming, the dog's barking.
Okay.
Yeah. We need to figure out like, oh, how to, and the kids are asking to save their stuffed animals. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So we're going to get the setting before we start the scene. So what's the scene? Where are we?
So we're in a house. So I depict tornado, surviving a tornado. So we're in a house. The group is like a large family, 3 kids, pets. And we're going to go to the basement during a tornado.
And who are each of you? Who are you, Debbie?
Oh, we have to decide who we are. Okay. Well, can
She's
I
the
act
mama
out?
and I could be the maid.
So we have
That's-
a mom and a okay.
And I'm the maid. I gotta help her get her kids.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay, that's
All
fine.
right.
But
So you two have 5 minutes. I'm not gonna have the timer up there because I don't want to distract you. So just go. You can use as much or as little of the time as you want to. I'm gonna count you down, and then when I say action, you got the scene going. 3, 2, 1, action.
Oh my
Oh my
God. Debbie, do you see the lightning outside?
Yes,
I think it's
I know.
tornado
Oh my
coming.
God. Oh my God. I see the lightning. You've got to help me round up the kids. The baby's
Yeah.
screaming upstairs. The
Let me
baby's
go get they badass. What?
yeah, the baby's screaming. The baby's screaming. Austin's outside riding his bike, my 5-year-old. My 10-year-old is is running across the street screaming, Mama! Let's go get the kids. Come on, baby. Okay, my little the baby's crying. The baby's crying. Austin, get out of the street now. It's lightning. I know you're scared.
Come on,
I know
y'all,
he's
come on.
screaming, Mommy, I'm scared. He's scared. Come on. I know you're
Oh my God,
scared.
they hungry as hell.
It's not gonna hit you. It's not gonna hit you, baby. Come in.
Oh my God.
Okay, Ethan,
Oh
get
my
in the
God.
house, Ethan, now.
Come on,
Get
hold
in
her
the
down.
house.
Get in the house. Get in the house. Get in
Try to
the
help
house.
me get Ethan in. He's not listening. He's 10 going on 15. It's not sus and it's
Oh
not
my God.
cringe. It is a
Get in the
tornado,
house. Come
bro.
on. All
Hey,
right,
bro,
y'all, be in the
get
house.
in the house, bro.
Come on, Debbie, get in the house, Debbie. Come on, we all in the house waiting for you.
Yeah,
Come on.
let's go. He's like telling me this is
Come on.
us. It's us.
We gotta,
Get in the
we
house.
gotta turn off the lights.
All right, so we gotta
Debbie,
turn
we
off the lights.
We got to. Oh
Yeah, we got
shit.
flashlights. We need our
We
flashlights.
gotta turn.
Ida, can you
Yep.
help get Ethan's phone and the iPads? Let's get the phones and the iPads. Let's get the
Oh yes,
flashlights.
I got you. I'm grabbing the snacks out the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen right now, grabbing snacks.
Okay,
You
let's,
know.
perfect. Snacks, waters, what the flashlights. Yes, I have the neon, the purple light. I have the black light, the flashlight. Our phones, iPads. Let's grab
Yes.
everything. Let's get in the basement, guys.
Yes, ma'am.
We're gonna
It's
huddle.
getting closer to the tornado. We gotta get to
I
the
know
basement, y'all.
you're scared, sweetheart. I know you're scared, but listen to mommy. We all
Come
gotta
on.
calm down. If we stay calm,
Come on,
and
y'all.
we
Y'all gotta
know-
come on. Listen to mommy.
okay, we're all gonna calm
Listen
down.
to
We're not gonna
mommy.
watch TV. We're not gonna use electronics. We're not gonna be.
Oh
we're
my
not
God.
gonna be on YouTube right now. You're not
All
going
right,
on TikTok.
Debbie, we can't explain all that to them. We gotta get them in the basement.
Okay,
Come
let's
on.
go, guys.
Get
Come
in
on.
the basement.
Let's
Come
go in
on.
the basement. Let's go low. All right, let's
Come
turn
on,
off all
y'all.
the
Come
lights.
on. Come
All right,
on.
shh, guys, we can't be arguing right now. You're not fighting over his stuffed animal,
Yes.
okay? And I
I
don't
got
care
the
who.
cookies. I got the snacks. Y'all get down. Get down.
I don't care if he ate your cookies. Let's go. We'll talk about it later. Okay, come on. The bike is in the garage.
Yeah,
It's
let me
fine.
tell
The bike's not gonna get wrecked.
Y'all get down. Y'all gotta get down. Y'all
All
gotta
right,
get
the
down.
bike is fine.
Get-
He-
Everybody get down.
Austin
We
is
gotta get
so
down.
worried about his bike. Listen, the bike is fine, but when a tornado happens, we worry more about our lives and our safety.
It
We
is.
worry about
Debbie,
things-
Debbie, we got to get down. This tornado coming to the damn house. We gotta get down.
Okay.
Come on, we
Get
got to get down. We got
Come
to
on,
get down.
guys,
Get the
get down.
keys down.
Get down, guys. Do not
Come
worry
on,
about
y'all.
these material things. Okay?
Get
We
down.
will replace them. We cannot replace ourselves. Let's be happy. We're all alive and safe.
Yes. Y'all
We
listen
can-
to mama.
We can replace the bike. The bike is in the garage. We can replace the blankie and the stuffed animal. We have our phones and our flashlights. Don't worry about the iPad. Don't worry about TikTok. I said enough with TikTok, okay? Enough
Oh
with
shit, don't forget my dog. Debbie. Oh shit. Hold on. Ah shit, forgot my dog, the wind. Ah, shit.
oh my god, the wind. Run into the basement. Run.
I got a fucking
Oh,
mud. I
where's
got the mud.
Daddy, come in too. Okay. Oh my god. I know where's the dog. The dog.
Oh,
The dog.
shit.
We forgot the dog.
Oh,
We
shit.
forgot the dog. We forgot the dog.
Oh my
and
god.
the cat.
I got him, Debbie. I got him. Oh shit.
Okay, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, we got the dog. We got the cat.
Okay, go on. Y'all get down. Okay. Okay, y'all.
Guys, get down.
We safe. We safe.
We're safe. Okay, we're safe. Guys, it's gonna blow
Hold on.
over.
Y'all hear the noise?
TV.
Y'all hear the noise? Debbie, do the noise. The tornado coming over the house.
Oh shoot! Oh my God, Ida! A tree branch just fell through the window. Did you see that crack? Okay, calm down. We will fix the tree in the window. No screaming. Don't worry. Just lay low. You
All
guys
right,
are
y'all
okay.
calm down. Y'all calm down. It's all right. It's all right. The tornado passes. It's all right. Get down.
Okay. Do not worry about the branch. We are all safe. That is what matters. Okay.
Oh my God.
You
Oh
okay,
my God.
Ida?
Yes, the tornado passed, I think. Oh my God.
Oh, it passed. Okay, guys. All right. Let's just stay here for a little bit and wait it out. No, you're not riding your bike again, Austin. We are staying inside for the rest of the night. Okay.
Oh my
He's
God.
so worried about his YouTube influencers and his channel. No, you do not need to go on YouTube for one night. Ethan.
Y'all being bad during this tornado. Y'all
Yeah.
was being bad
And
during this tornado.
scene. Very nice. Very well done. All right, ladies, you may both hop off camera and you guys can head backstage.
All right.
All right, Rafi and Mark, let's see if you
Woo.
guys can top that. So you will have 2 minutes to strategize and then you will have to perform your skit. So your skit is cave parents confronting their children about drawing on the walls.
Cave parents? You said cave parents?
It says cave parents confronting their children
Cave?
about drawing on the wall. Cave, like cave people. Caveman, cave woman. So it's
Hold
up to you
on.
guys. How you guys want to do it. All right.
What?
Oh my God. All right. So should we be speaking English, or are we doing fully body comedy the whole time?
I don't know. Could we do body comedy?
I don't think I can. I'm not talented, so
Me neither. But cave people?
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Wow.
I thought the natural disaster was pretty hard.
Right? Cave people? Yeah, we totally. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So we're confronting our kids about them writing on the wall. First of all, is it a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a bad thing. We're confronting them. Like, how dare you? But
Got it?
okay.
So I feel like we're just gonna have to grunt. They're fucking cave people. There's no way that we're gonna be able to like speak English. It's
Oh, no,
cave
wait, what if I'm
people.
a child? What if I'm
The
the child?
best, the
What if I'm the
ooh,
child?
oh my god, you could.
I'm the child.
You could be drawing, and I'm gonna make myself try and look big as hell if I put you like way down here.
Okay.
Do I look pretty large?
Oh,
Caveman.
100%. 100%.
Period.
So we're just gonna be grunting. So we're just gonna be doing like a lot of.
Yeah. So do you have like some writing, something you can put in your hand that makes it seem like you're writing?
Okay.
And you can just keep the cap on and just literally like just start drawing on the wall.
I'll write on my walls. Do not worry. I'm committed.
And just pretend that you're writing on the wall. I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna see you and I'm just gonna start grunting. And we're just gonna confusingly grunt at one another because I'm trying to tell you that drawing on the wall is bad, but you're not getting it. And you just keep fucking drawing. And I'm gonna try and get angrier. We're just gonna see if this is gonna work.
You can discipline me however you want.
Okay. Maybe I try to get you to go somewhere, like I point and you leave and you go get like more.
Right, you two. So give me the setting.
I'm Akabaka. I'm the child of Mark
Chakabaka.
Chakabaka.
And where are we?
We're in the cave. We're in the cave in the deep jungle. I'm picturing like Amazon jungle. Like there's still dinosaurs outside, sort of.
Yeah.
And we're in my room and I'm about to draw on the walls.
Okay, I will give you guys 5 minutes. 3, 2, 1, action.
Oh! Shaka?
All right.
And scene.
Yeah.
See,
Awesome.
Wow. How nonverbal.
Everyone can come back on camera. Judges, it's time
Give it
for
to me, Rappy.
it's time for us to give our critiques. Okay.
what a challenge. What a challenge.
Well, that
Girl.
was very creative. Everyone is very creative. So okay, so I guess we should start with Debbie and Ida. So I'll just go first. You guys were very funny. I was laughing. I liked how committed you guys were. Debbie, you had a line that took me out. I'm trying to find it real quick. Wait, do any of the other judges know it? Because I think we all were thinking the same line. I'm trying to remember. What was it?
No, I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Took you out, meaning it was not good.
No, it was funny.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
was it?
Oh,
was it-
when you said it's not sus, it's not cringe, it's a tornado, bro.
Because that's what my son says to me.
I lost my mind. I thought that was so funny. I think the only thing that you did wrong, Debbie, was I didn't feel you were interacting that much with Ida. Whereas I felt Ida was really trying to interact with you more. So I think that was the only place where you fumbled the ball, but I thought your character was really funny. Ida, you were very committed during the entire performance. You really kept the momentum going. I loved that you got out of your car and were like, you were getting pushed back by the wind. And it was so funny. I loved that you were like, oh my God, we forgot the dog. You were keeping the scene moving. You were adding things in there. And I think you bounced off of Debbie really well. You were working with what Debbie was throwing at you. So I thought that you had a really strong performance. I thought both of you were very strong, and you both did really well. I'm going to pass it to Queeble.
Ida, I love your dedication. I was giggling when I saw you jump out of your car to start running around. So respect for that. But I think you guys both did really well. I think Ida really delivered on the pushing forward the creativity of the challenge with coming up with a lot of the ideas. Debbie, I think part of you wasn't acting. I feel like you were just pulling out lines that you actually scold, like you tell your kids, which made it feel really real. So good for that. I think you could have interacted with Ida a little more. I feel like Ida offered opportunities for you to interact a little more, but sometimes you got a little carried away with how you were focused on the group aspect of it rather than the strategizing aspect of it. But I think overall you guys did really good.
Headmaster Tyler.
All right, I'm coming. So, let me just first off by saying, great job to both of you for like getting improv that fucking quick. Really, snaps to you both. I'm gonna actually like piggyback on Dylan and Crystal. Ida, girl, you shine. Girl, you shine. You had me when you jumped out that car. You were dipping down. That is what got me. I said, okay, Miss Ida's killing it. She's got it. I don't know if you took some improv classes, but you did really good. Debbie, you also had me laughing as well. You know, just to get improv like that was really cool. I do have to agree that I really wish that you would have kind of like hopped on with Ida. In improv, I know you probably don't know this, but in improv, it's like a yes and an and. Am I right, Dylan? So sometimes you just gotta catch right on with it. And I mean, I know y'all were doing it and it was a time crunch, but you know, that's all I can really give you a critique. You were funny, but I really wish you would have catched on with Ida. But phenomenal job, the both of you, because again, improv is not easy and y'all caught on to it real quick. Great job, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I also just want to say one more thing because I just remembered about it. Since you guys have been beefing all season, it was really nice to see you guys like smiling and laughing and getting along and really bouncing off of each other in that challenge.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
I like to add that. Great job, both of y'all.
Thank you.
Great job.
Agree.
Can I just add something or no? Should I save it till after?
I would save it till after.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Raffi and Mark. Oh boy. So I have to say that you guys had me rolling. About halfway through, we were talking in the chat, and I was like, I feel like I'm watching like a really low budget, like softcore porn. And I feel like this is definitely going to find its way into someone's like fetish playlist. It was kind of wild. I think that might be our new #1 fan in Crystal's background. So yeah, I thought you guys were really funny. I thought that the way that you guys took it, having it be a father and son rather than just two parents, left a good opportunity for you guys to interact more with each other. And I thought the idea to be nonverbal was a really smart one too, because it made it feel more like we were in the environment. And I thought you both just did a really good job of bouncing off each other. I felt more connected and it felt more even between the two of you. Raffi, I appreciated the commitment to actually draw on your wall. That was wild. I thought that was great. Mark, I thought that you did a really good job taking initiative during the strategizing to make sure that you and Raffi like were on the same page and had your skit down. So I think you guys were just really great. The one critique that I could give you guys is I do think you guys should have cut it a little shorter. I know that because Ida and Debbie used all of their time, maybe you guys were thinking we should use our full time. I think the skit would have been perfect if you guys cut it off at maybe like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. Because after about 2 minutes, it was kind of just like, okay, they're going to hit each other, blah, 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 blah. There wasn't really a whole lot more for the scene to go, but I thought you guys did a really good job.
I think the funniest thing was when Dylan read off the prompt. The first thing you guys did without any hesitation was immediately take off your shirts. And that was hilarious. Raffi, I love that the first thing you drew was a dick. You guys are really bringing out the whole aspect of baddies just in that one skit alone. You really proved why you guys are here, drawing on walls and everything else. I will say that your nonverbal acting was pretty good. I think you guys had really good like body language when you guys were doing the skit. Like you really didn't have to say much. You didn't have to say anything at all, and it was hilarious. And I think that's really, really hard to do. So props for that. I think the only thing, like Dylan said, that I would have done is ended a little shorter. But I do like how you guys came to a full circle. Like Raffi realized not to draw on his wall at the end. So Mark, you're a good parent. Good job.
Well, first of all, let me start off by saying this. I don't know what acid trip I was on, but I had to say it was quite phenomenal. It's quite phenomenal. I loved it. I really did. Let me just start off by saying, fellas, also it's the same thing I said to Debbie and I said to Ida. Improv, getting that in the quick few seconds that y'all did absolutely phenomenal. Improv is not something that's easy for anybody, including me. I took drama class and failed it. But it's not easy for anyone to do. So props to props to you all tonight for the improv to get that really quick. Let me start off by saying the costumes that turned me on. The props. That was a nice little touch. Honestly, I feel so bad for Raffi's wall right now because he's still got to keep spraying that thing. But hey, Raffi, you did it for me. Mark, you really, really took charge in being a parent. Raffi was, with his little bird chest was sticking out, trying to be a little kid. I loved it too. Again, I'm just gonna give my critiques again. Give my critiques, or not my critiques, my kind of something bad. If it's nothing too bad. But again, it's just basically, I really wish y'all would have cut it off too. Give it really, really short. Like make it seem like if we're watching a cartoon, like an animated cartoon, and cut it really, really short, like a minute or two. Would have been great. Great job to both of you.
All right, well, those are the critiques. So, Raffi, Mark, Debbie, Ida, for the next part of this lesson, Mark clocked it. You guys were actually facing off against each other, and you worked as pairs, but you're going to be judged as individuals. So for this next round of improv, we are going to pit the top two, the best from each duo, against each other in one final improv skit, where the winner will earn a hall pass into the final episode of the season. So, judges, let's converse in our chat a little bit, and we will make our decision. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. We'll be back.
I told you, clocked it from the jump.
But
Yeah.
he said he gonna pick the top two, and we're gonna go, and the top two gonna go
Right.
against each other.
Right. So it's probably
People are
gonna
gonna do one more skit, and then out of whoever does best in that skit is gonna get the hall pass, and then everybody else goes to detention, and then two people are probably gonna go home, or one.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's gonna be like one of us ladies against one of them men.
Correct. I think Raffi's gonna be the top because obviously he put in the most dedication. He drew on his wall, and like the little nuances he was doing, like he drew a penis and he drew like dad sucks. It was so cute. We ate down, girl, as a team. We did real good, just like I thought we would. But you guys told the flow up. Y'all had me laughing. If I was on this damn mic, girl, I was on the floor cackling. I was like, Ida, if you don't get back in that car, girl, you had me screaming. And really, no, Debbie, for real, I thought you were really screaming at your kids. I was like, they're right next to her, and she had to tear them up. Y'all were so funny.
So I have to say, I think Ida's gonna win. So then it'll probably be Ida versus Raffi. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
So what I was gonna say is, I do think we worked really well together, Ida, and I was so happy that we were able to like collaborate and get along. I totally like with improv, clearly like I don't usually do it with another person, but I should have, and I'm realizing now, like you were getting out of your car, which is totally perfect for the setting. I should have looked at you more and like taken on the cues to have the same convo. What I was doing was like just so focused on like chaotic tornado, like
Yeah.
I was looking out the window pretending my kids were riding their bikes out my own window. So you should have put it more together with like, you know.
Yes.
But yeah. I was like,
But I mean,
wait, he just said this is cringe and sus. And then he's on YouTube and you're like, who cares about the YouTube? Just get in the basement. Because that's what my kids would say. Like, oh my God, we need YouTube right now.
We ate down though. It was so good.
No, you guys did so good too. I was like, wait, you're like, like making noises. And then I barked like a dog.
That was funny.
I know when you barked like a dog, that really got me.
I was like, okay, what about the dog and cats? I'm like, the dog and cats. I didn't realize because you were in the car and you were like trying to get, and then I'm like in the basement and you're like, get down. I'm like, wait, are we supposed to be outside or in the basement?
Oh,
it's all right. I was too focused on like chaotic tornado, but I thought they were both good.
Yeah, I thought they were
yes.
both.
No, that makes sense. And then the winner faces off. Yeah, because I didn't know if they were gonna do like two winner. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Facing off each other. Yeah, you're right, Mark. Yeah, because otherwise it's like you can't have two winners.
And then they both go. Two people go home.
Probably, yeah. No, but that makes sense. Face off after.
All right, the headmasters, we have made our decision. So we all discussed it in the chat, and ultimately what was decided that the top two of this round are Ida and Rafi. Congratulations. So Ida, we just felt like you were pushing your scene more forward and you were just a little more engaging than Debbie, so that was why we pushed you forward. And then Rafi and Mark, it was tough. We felt like Mark did more of the directing, but Rafi, you really committed to the scene. You drew on the fucking wall. It was pretty wild. So you are top two. If any other headmaster wants to say anything.
I have one question. When Mark and Rafi, you were doing your scene, did anyone fart? That's all.
But it was like that. It was on purpose. We were doing comedy too.
I farted. If it helps, I farted.
I appreciate the candidacy. So Ida and Rafi, your final skit will have 2 minutes to strategize. Your final skit is going to be a band of thieves planning an unlikely heist. So you guys can decide how it's going to go about it. The prompt is very general. However you want to do it is completely up to you. So I will say it one more time. A band of thieves planning an unlikely heist. You have 2 minutes to strategize.
I know, what's the weirdest thing you
okay, so what is unlikely? Like they not gonna get the job done?
No, it's like they're stealing something weird. Like you wouldn't expect this to be something people steal. At least that's how I interpret it.
Okay, so I guess we could be in a van and we could pop out at the set store, you know, go in through the back.
Okay, what are we stealing?
I'm gonna get all the booty plugs, you know, and
oh my god, yes. Oh my god, wait, Dylan, can we pull out dildos? Is that allowed? Well, I guess.
Don't pull out nothing. What the fuck?
Well, you guys might see something, but yeah, girl. We're stealing a sex toy. Love it. So, my character. What do you want your character to be?
Say that again.
Oh. What do you want your character to be? We're going to a sex.
We thieves. We stealing. We're thieves, right? And we stealing.
Yeah, we're stealing dildos. We're stealing dildos, butt plugs, vibrators.
I guess. I guess I could be the shy girl stealing.
Oh, you're like, oh, I love that. I'll be the dirty girl.
Okay.
Shy girl, dirty girl. All right.
Now, do we get caught at the end or no?
Yeah. Maybe you could be like, "Oh shit, the police is here," and then that'll be the end of the scene. If you want to end the scene, just be like, "Oh shit," you know.
Damn, why we can't get caught and then try to seduce the damn police?
Oh my god, you know what? I like that. I like that too. I don't know if we have time though. We'll figure it out.
We got time. We got time.
Okay. Okay, so I think we're ready.
All right, we gotta. All right.
Okay. So, Rafi and Ida, I'm going to set the 5 minutes, and once I say action, you guys can get your scene going. As a reminder, you can use as much or as little time as you want, and I will give you your 1 minute warning. Sound good?
How many minutes do we have?
You have 5 minutes.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, so to set the stage, where are you guys? What's the setting?
Okay, so we're in the car first, and I'm pulling up, and then we're gonna get out the car.
Okay. And what are your characters?
The naughty girl and the shy girl.
Mhm.
And who's the naughty girl? Who's the shy girl?
I'm the naughty girl. Ida's the shy girl.
Oh, okay. All right. I will count you down and then I'll say action and your 5 minutes will start. 3, 2, 1, action.
Girl, are we there yet?
All right, we pulling up now, girl. You see it? We got to pull up to the back. All right.
Sex Emporium. You know, my ex boo thing used to take me here all the time. Come on, let's go.
Yeah. Okay, let's get out. Let's get out. All right, where we going? We going to the back?
Girl, there's so much shit in here. Girl, look at this loot. Look at how much loot. And for $0.
Oh, you getting the dildos?
Girl, of course I'm getting the dildos. What you gonna get? The fucking chips?
I got the perfume. You know what I mean? That perfume.
Girl, get yourself a butt plug. Here, girl, this for you. Girl, this for you.
No. We can't take that.
Girl, you never used a dildo before?
No.
Your man never.
I thought we was here to steal perfumes. I'm sorry. I thought we was here.
What do you and your man do? What do you and your man do?
I'm sorry. I don't talk about
Girl, we're
that.
gonna get you a new
I'm
man.
kinda shy, you know. I'm kind of shy.
Girl, we're gonna get you a new man. I know this boy named Trovon. He lives on 66th Street. I swear to God. Girl.
You hear that? It's the police. You hear it? Girl, we got to get the fuck out of here.
Wait, shit.
Oh shit. Oh no. Oh.
Yeah. Do you guys work here?
Oh. They got you. They got you.
We don't work here. But we're I know, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Oh my God. Rafi, did you get caught?
Girl, I'm still in the store. I'm still in the store.
The police coming. It's right there.
Girl, right behind strippers. Girls,
right
strippers. They're strippers. They work in the back. Work in the back.
You fucking lying.
Girl, I'm getting dick down right now.
Come on, it's police right there. Look at them.
What? I guess I'm gonna need this. I'll call you back, girl. I'll call you back.
Girl, hell nah. Come on. Let me go. I gotta come get you out that bitch. Get out here. Get out here.
Oh my God, girl. Yeah. She's coming in just a bit. She's coming in just a bit. She's real fun. She's real fun.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, this is her. She's real cute, right? Right? She's real cute. Yeah. All right.
Look, Rafi, we gotta go. Get your dildos. We gotta go. I got my perfume. I'm in the car. Come on.
Boys.
We got. Oh my God, we're done, Dylan. That's it.
And scene. Very
The
nice.
fucking fireworks are so loud. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I thought that was pretty good.
All right. Mark and Debbie, please step forward. So because we want to give you guys a chance to show if you took the notes from the first critique, you guys aren't eligible to win immunity, but we want to give you guys a second chance on on these prompts. So you guys will also be doing one last skit. And this skit will be taken into your final judgment for tonight. So I'm going to get your skit right now. Ida and Rafi, you guys can woosaw backstage.
Wow, what a twist. I don't remember what my critique was. Oh, cut it off. Cut it off. If it get, we need like a cut off. But it's okay. I'm just gonna stop talking and I'll be like singing.
Hey,
Yeah,
cool. Oh, Crystal, my phone died. Can you generate the next prompt?
Yeah, give me a second.
Thank you, buddy.
Another prompt. Hopefully this one I can be verbal.
We better be verbal.
Because let me tell you, not talking is difficult.
Yeah, sure.
All right, your guys' final prompt is the first meeting of an unlikely fan club. I'll say it one more time. The first meeting of an unlikely fan club. You guys will have 2 minutes to strategize, and then your time will begin. Good luck.
Okay, so unlikely fan club.
It has to be something like super dorky, kind of weird. What are you thinking? Do you want to be like a stamp club?
A what?
Like the stamp club, like collecting stamps.
Stamp club? I mean, I was thinking, I'm open for anything. I was thinking more like unlikely fan club, maybe like an unlikely fan club of like, I don't know, I was thinking something more sexual, but of like admiring like a YouTube influencer or like someone.
So you wanted to do something sexy. Do you want to do something like I don't know, what fan club would you be
We could do unlikely fan club of collecting something weird. Stamps is like I don't know much about stamps, but
Me neither. But I feel like it could be anything, whatever you want to make up. Like it just has to be something that we can bounce ideas off of. So it's really more so just the banter. We could do anime, we could do comics, we could do
let's do an maybe comics. I don't know about stamps. I'm thinking really quick. Unlikely fan club of
do you want to do
okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, maybe like bobbleheads, like collecting bobbleheads. Those things are in.
Yeah, anything. We just have 20 seconds, so we got to come up with an idea.
Okay. Do you want to do an unlikely fan club of those are called bobbleheads, right? Those
Sure, yeah, we can do bobbleheads.
or those things that go on Crocs, the gibbets.
Gibbets club, okay.
Let's do gibbets. Is that cool?
Okay, and you can be the coordinator of and I'll be like
You're collecting that, like
yes.
Okay.
You're the master collector.
All right, so set the scene for us. Where are we?
Okay, so we have an unlikely fan club because this is like a trend right now of people that wear Crocs of collecting gibbets. And those are the little buttons that you put on the Crocs.
Mm-hmm.
So I am the head coordinator, and then Mark is somebody that's like found himself. Yeah, a collector, like found himself oddly liking to collect this and wanting to learn more.
And
right?
so we're at our meeting. We're at our monthly collectors meeting of gibbets, our gibbets collector meeting.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to get the 5 minutes started. Reminder, you guys can use as much or as little as this time as you want, and I will give you your 1 minute warning. All right. 3, 2, 1, action.
So Mark, thanks for coming today.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah. So what got you into collecting these gibbets? Because I know like my kids wear Crocs and I love like those
So
different.
I'm actually obsessed with gibbets. I have all of these gibbets. these are all of my favorites. I have Sailor Moon. I have Supreme. I have Sunflower that you're not supposed to look at. I have anime. I have all of these gibbets. So I figured I'd come and see what gibbets you had.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, so my kids have the gibbets right now. I'm going to try and find them in
Are you going to go get them? While you go get your gibbets, I'll say my gibbet speech. I pledge allegiance to the gibbet of both the gibbets that I have right now, and also for the ones that are on this hand, to all my gibbets around.
So,
thank you.
So my other Crocs are ready to get gibbets because they have smaller
those
holes.
are cool.
Yeah, those don't fit. So these are the gibbets. So okay, so I will tell you. So this was like a debate. So my house is really into The Office. So these are the Office.
Yeah.
My other son wanted fast food, and it was like Starbucks, McDonald's, and I'm like, you don't drink coffee, like I don't know, but they have fast food gibbets. And then there were like Star Wars gibbets, and then he lost like a coffee one, an ice cream one. He kept losing all these gibbets. He had a camp gibbet, like a logo.
He lost his gibbets?
Yeah, he lost them. So we bought a pack of Office ones, and then like some Crocs, if you like have smaller feet, have smaller holes. So not all the gibbets fit in the Crocs. So there's a pair of Crocs that you have to get them to fit. Yeah. So do yours must all fit, right?
Yeah, I actually have space for more gibbets, but
right, but I'm saying like you must have bigger feet, because if you have smaller feet, the holes are smaller and not all the gibbets fit. So you have to order certain types of gibbets on Amazon. They don't all fit all the shoes.
But what if you got just big shoes and wore them anyways? Because the more gibbets, the better. Again, we have to always think about the gibbet pledge.
Yeah,
so as many gibbets as possible.
So let me see yours.
Look like this. And you're actually supposed to put it down like this when you put it over your hand, just so you know. So you make sure you put them on right. So you put it like this. Oh, like this. Okay, so, all right. These are all the gibbets that I have, but I gotta get more.
Yeah, so
gibbets. I thought you were the headmaster collector. You got more gibbets?
Yeah, so I can tell you about more gibbets because I have the Office ones right now.
Okay.
I have ones. So what are you into? Because they make gibbets for anything. Like you can get Star Wars gibbets.
I'm mostly only interested in seeing your gibbets. Sorry.
You just want to see mine? But
if you don't have any more, I'm sorry.
But let's talk. But I thought we were talking about like creativity and finding other gibbets that are like more creative in other areas, right?
No, just gibbets.
No. But I mean, I thought we were going to talk about creating other, talking about more gibbets. So instead of these gibbets, what are you into? Because they make gibbets for anything. Like you can get a yoga gibbet, you can get a coffee gibbet, you can get a football gibbet, you can get a Star Wars gibbet, you can get like that's why I'm asking.
I think we should get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to go all the way.
And
my last critique was to and seen it.
Okay.
But I couldn't project the and seen it with my character.
All right. So it's time for judges' critiques. Queewell, Tyler. We also have Kyra here. So Kyra will also get.
Hey, Kyra.
So Ida and Rafi, you may step forward.
Oh my God, no. I know we did bad.
Okay, so
use me.
I will say that I did feel like the first skits were better than the second skits that you all did, but I still think you guys did a pretty good job for not being actors. So I guess I will first critique. I'm gonna first critique Rafi and Ida. I felt like you guys had a pretty good idea. I liked that you guys actually showed yourselves doing the robbery, because the prompt only said like you guys planning it. So I did feel like you guys did it was a great idea to actually do the robbery. My critique for both of you, I guess, would be Rafi. I felt, what is that? Oh, Whoopsie, that was me. My first critique is gonna go for Raffi. So Raffi, I felt like you were very into the character, which I thought was great. I felt like where your weak point was I felt like Ida was trying to throw things at you, like, oh, the cops are here. Oh my gosh, we gotta go. And you were like still doing your thing because I think you were more focused on your part. So, like Tyler was saying earlier, improv is very, very yes, and. I mean, when those fireworks were going off, I was waiting for y'all to be like, the police are here, or like someone's getting shot, and be like, ah, we gotta go, we gotta go. So I still felt like you did a good job. I just felt like that was your weak point. Ida, I felt like your strong point when those fireworks were going off, I was waiting for you to acknowledge them. And then when you said, oh my gosh, the cops are here, I lost it. And then you were pointing at the car and you were like, look at them right there. I was just so fucking gagged. Um, I guess my only critique would be that I felt like you and Raffi weren't cohesive. I felt like you were more cohesive with Debbie than you were with Raffi, and you did a better job at meshing with Debbie than you did with Raffi. But I still feel like you did a good job. I feel like both of you did a good job. So great job. Queeble.
Raffi, I love your props as always. I think I have the same one. I think you guys would have been a little stronger if if you cooperated more with your setting. Raffi, I think when you have like a solid plan and solid direction, I think you really excel. But I think it was hard for you to pivot since Ida is more spontaneous and kind of just like throws things out of left field. But that said, Ida, you do a really good job at using your surroundings. Like there were loud fireworks, and to some people that might have been like an interruption or a distraction, and I think you really used it to your advantage. So I thought you were very adaptable in that sense. But you guys were pretty hilarious. I just think that your energies weren't as matched. I think in your original pairs, you guys did better at matching your original partners. But overall, I think you guys were really, really funny. You guys did really good in these challenges. So proud of you. Yay.
All right, is it my turn? All right, I'm in the locker room sucking dick. So anyway, let's continue. So anyway, I will have to say first to ask a question to I gotta ask a question to Ida. Ida, have you ever done improv before?
Yes, I love theater, so I was in theater.
Girl, it shows. Raffi, I'm gonna get to you, but it shows. It truly, truly fucking shows in the very first skit and this skit. Like, you know how to adapt so fucking quick. It impressed me because I'm a theater kid. I never started any plays because I wasn't that talented. But it just, when I saw it and I saw you just keep quickly adapt to different things, like when the you heard those fireworks, you made something out of it. You said, oh, those are the cops. And I was waiting, and just like Dylan, he was waiting for it. I was waiting for it, and I hollered. This hat almost popped off for how funny that shit was. Girl, great job. Great job. I got some bad critiques for y'all, but I'll get on the Raffi and get on some good ones for Raffi. Raffi, I got a question for you. If this is offensive, I'm sorry. Are you a bottom?
Yes.
Okay. I live for it, honey. I live for it. I live. You did. I loved how you started off too. Like, that was wonderful. You know, you said you set it off at a sex store. I like that little butt plug thing. I was like, okay, Raffi about to really get into this shit. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. I thought it was very funny as well. You got right into character. I do really wish that she would have kind of also went right with Ida as well. Like, you know, gotten really to her. But great job. I think you both did. Y'all could have done a whole lot better. But otherwise, I think y'all did a pretty good job. By the way, Rafi, if that joke offended you, I'm so sorry. I was no okay. I saw your face. I was like, no, Rafi, I didn't mean to make you. I'm sorry. Okay, that's it for me.
Thank you, headmasters. Very nice critiques. Debbie and Mark, let's get to you guys. So I guess my critique for you guys would be, I just did not feel any synergy between the two of you. I felt like you guys were very disconnected through it. And I think it's just because you both had very different styles. Mark, I thought you did a really good job of creating a character. The dedication of putting on the glasses and then having your Crocs. You were like the nerdy Croc person. And I felt you were really good at it. And I felt you trying to like, you know, pick the skit up a little bit, but you just weren't able to like get that across to Debbie. So I kind of read that on you, that you were getting a little frustrated like through the skit. But I thought you were pretty funny. Like you did a good job in the skit. Debbie, I felt like you had a really good idea of what you wanted to do in the skit, and I feel like you really could have excelled more if you would have gotten more into it. Like maybe instead of just explaining like, oh well, these are the gibbets, these are the Crocs, maybe you could have had a conflict. Like I feel like Mark was trying to throw you some softballs, and it was just like miss. I felt you really trying, and I felt you were like trying to get it across, but it was just a little bit of a miss for me. But I still felt like you guys did a pretty good job. You guys aren't actors, so that's my critique for you guys.
I think the only thing I really want to add is Mark does a really good job at creating a character and getting into the character. Like you can see his range from his first skit where he wasn't saying any words to then all of a sudden becoming like this nerdy guy obsessed with Crocs. And Debbie, I think where you fall a little short is that you go into the prompt as yourself instead of as a character. So in the sense of like improv, it doesn't translate to acting very well, but like you're still hilarious. Your delivery is really good. I just think that at some points Mark was trying to give you a segue into starting some kind of conflict or to create a story, and then sometimes you would just talk a little over that, and that was really the only thing that I would say. But overall, I think you just needed more of a story to push your narrative along because it was kind of lost at what was going on.
Before I start, what was the prompt, if Mark or Debbie could ask? What was the prompt? What was the prompt?
An unlikely fan club, like starting an unlikely fan club.
Okay. So I'm gonna first of all start off by saying both did a phenomenal job. Y'all did really, really great. Because I want to start off giving y'all good critique. Both of y'all were really, really great. Debbie, unfortunately, how can I put it? I really wish you would have heard my critique when it said yes and I understand you're not a professional actor, so I completely understand. But what I loved about what I wanted you to do was like sit there in the moment and listen and see what Mark is doing, so then you hop right on. Because I think it was really all over the place. I really didn't see. I didn't see a clear, precise thing of what the prompt was. I think Mark had it 100% right on the dot. You know, he was that little nerdy kid that loves a little shoe Crocs charms, and the shit was like funny. Like I was like, okay, this is like he's a fan club. This is what this is, the unlikely fan club. So I wanted you to hop on it right then and there and start with a character, or sense it just right then and there. Let him start off first, and then you just start right in. But I had to still give you some type of credit. You did a phenomenal job. You're not an actress, and you still did. You're not. None of y'all are actors and actresses, but y'all still did a phenomenal job. Still did what you had to do, and I'm super proud of you, Debbie, Mark, Rafi, Ida. Super proud of all y'all. For real.
So, thank you, headmasters. We're gonna make our final decision. After we make our decision, we're going to crown a winner. That person will advance to the finale. And then the other three people will be sent down to the carpet where you guys will make your final pleas. So we're going to quickly deliberate, and I think we'll have our answer pretty quickly because we've been talking throughout this. So we'll be right back.
Y'all did good. Y'all really did
Great.
good.
This is so fun. This is so fun.
I love it. Oh my God.
This is
Girl, I was scared. I was just hoping for the best.
So just to fill time, who do we think is gonna win? I think you're taking it, girl.
I think Ida's taking it too. We about to go to bottom, girl. This is my first carpet visit.
Then she said, I do the CHA. I do the CHA.
Ida, you ate down, girl. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers. Girl, I wanted to butt in, but obviously the judges, the principals, whatever, they was already saying what I was saying. But when I heard the motherfucking fireworks, I was like, if she references them hoes, I'm gone. And she said, there. I almost fell on the floor. I was like, yeah, that's the one right there.
Look, they're
like,
right
damn,
there.
It just worked out in your favor. Like that was just meant to be, because who could have fireworks going off in the background during a robbery scene? Like, I mean, you were fed that, girl. Eat it up. That was real good.
Thank you. Y'all did good too, for real. Oh my God, that shit, my heart be like this every time.
Me too. I'm like, girl, am I really on TV? Because I'm scared.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's fun. It's fun.
That's fun. You guys like my butt plug?
So, girl, I said, oh, he committed.
Hey guys, so we are going to reveal the winner. So as a reminder, the person that wins tonight's lesson will earn a spot in the finale. So we made our decision and it was unanimous. The winner of tonight's lesson, earning a spot in the finale of Baddies DH1, is, congratulations, Ida.
Yay!
Prom lesson. Tonight's your night. So Ida, how does it feel from almost the first person eliminated to in the finale? How are you feeling?
You know what? It feels good because I've been at the bottom every round. So it feels so good to not be at the bottom for the first time. I'm happy.
Well deserved. That means, unfortunately, Debbie, Mark, and Rafi, tonight is not your guys' night, and it's time for you guys to fight for your spots to remain in the competition. So tonight's going to be pretty simple. Me, Tyler, and Quiwol are going to evaluate you guys in detention. This is your guys' chance to fight for your spots here. Everything's on the table. We're going to be looking at how you've been doing in the lessons, how you've been behaving in the house chat. Everything's taken into account and nothing is off the table. We'll ask you guys a couple of prompts. It's going to be very open forum. And then once we feel like we know what we got to do, we'll head over to the other room and we'll come up with our final decision. Okay. So this is really open forum. You guys can, talk to us. Go for it.
Okay, I'd like to start, if that's okay. So yeah, I mean, I feel like throughout this season, I definitely agree that, like, we've had learnings, and like I feel like started out maybe shouldn't have done some things I did, and then realized and kind of learned from that and grew. So I feel like I've definitely grown throughout this season. I think even especially since last live, I've really tried, like, over the weekend. I mean, I feel like Ida, just right now, her and I got along well and like connected. Like, I feel like we went from like not connecting and like misunderstanding each other to like connecting. And yeah, I mean, over the weekend, I was like trying to reach out as well as like, let's just start over. Like, obviously, I want to make sure that, like, as a person, I'm able to like grow that way as well. Also, I feel like I've definitely grown from last season. Obviously, I know in the challenge tonight, the improv, didn't what wasn't the best, but I think in general in challenges, I've done really well. And I think in the house, I've really been able to grow and learn from my mistakes and get along with everyone. And I would love to be in the finale to show my growth and how, I can overcome that story as well.
All right, I guess I'll go next. So yeah, I think in terms of my story this season, I feel like I have an inter-season story more than anyone else. I feel like coming from season 9, I was known as, more annoying, more outspoken, more like just out there with my personality, and that got on people's nerves. And so I really had to come into this game and sort of like reevaluate myself and be like, who is Rafi? Like, who is Rafi? Not in like, not only in just in games, but who is Rafi as a person? Like, is he always this loud and boisterous? And I would say no. I honestly think I'm a pretty shy person. I think that's more in line of like my personality when I first meet people. So I wanted to sort of present more of an authentic, realer version of myself in this. And I feel like that's what I've been doing this whole time. I feel like I've been mostly, I'm just gonna say, mostly staying out of the drama. I've tried to really hold my tongue and make sure when I speak, I mean everything I say, and that everything I say has a point to it. I also feel like I've been doing really well in the challenges. Season 9, it felt like, honestly, it feels very similar. And like, I'm always high, I'm always up there, and I just can never like get that first spot, But I feel like that's not a knock to me. I like being consistent. I'm a consistent person. I feel like I've been a consistent student this whole time. And I feel like that consistency deserves a spot in the final episode, because I think, like, there's always, I heard once that there was always 3 types that make it to the end of the reality TV competition: the hero, the villain, the perfectionist. And I feel like I fit the perfectionist mode to a T on this season for sure. So I feel like with my change from season 9 and with my always high and always consistent performance in these lessons, I definitely feel like I deserve a spot at the end.
All right, I guess it's my turn. This is my first time here. And I'm not even gonna say I feel that it's really off of anything negative. I kind of just got bested by Ida, who did a phenomenal. That girl had me rolling. She was really funny and absolutely deserved her flowers. Love that. But again, I don't know. I've never been here. This is my first game that I've ever played. It's been phenomenal. I really can't say that I feel like my journey's done. Everybody else has gotten to finish out their story or do it based off of, when they played the game. But this is my game. This is my story. I feel like it's still continuing. And for someone who really hasn't been in the bottom ever, I've won just about everything I've been. I've been a team player. I've been a friend, to a lot of these people. I haven't been in any beef with anyone. When you guys give me a critique, I take it and I apply it. You guys told me, hey, cut it short. So I made sure I cut it short. I've even gotten critiques from my peers, like Debbie, even though she didn't have to in the dating challenge, she said that they asked what was one of my downfalls. And she was like, you could be a little overconfident in who you are, and it could potentially come off conceited, which absolutely, crowd. Thank you. I do need to work on some things. And so I wanted to make sure that as people were winning, they were getting their flowers and getting their due diligence. Like, you guys did so good. You did amazing, instead of, kind of competing, even though we're in the top 4, it's still, all love at the end of the day. You did an amazing job. But yeah, I feel like my story's not done. I've been a star-studded student, and I don't think I should go home.
Well, thank you guys. Do any of my headmasters have any questions to kind of get the convo going?
I need a minute.
I'll master the head. Mark, sorry. Mark, you said that you feel like you have more story and I wanted to ask you, like, what else do you think that you have left? Like, do you just think that, like, I mean, like, you've been doing good at the comps, but like compared to like everyone else who has like had like a backstory, do you think that that you really should be here over them?
Should I be here over them because of not having a story?
Yeah, like I know you're creating your own, but like, do you think that like that you deserve a spot over them?
Would that have meant I deserved a spot in the show at all? Because I started with no story. So why would I have started the whole game to not have an opportunity at the end because I didn't have a story? I didn't start with one either, but I didn't go home the first night.
All right, facts.
I have a question to back off of Kyra's. Do you like, where can you see yourself like growing further? Like, in what ways like do you seek any self-improvement, or do you like feel like you don't have much more to learn from the lessons?
I feel like some of these negative qualities of myself are hard to show in a game like this because it's about putting your best foot forward. And so as a game player, and it being my first time, and also, you know, playing the game as you should, you guys point away from bad behavior and starting arguments and drama. And so to insert myself into drama, though I wanted to, because a lot of people were talked about bad and cross lines, that I'm a defender. Like, I want to come to these people's backs. But instead of doing it in the house chat immaturely, as everyone would have wanted to, because it was deserved, I went in the private messages and I made sure these people were okay. And on the back end as I could, because again, in this game, I couldn't start drama because then it wouldn't make sense for the game, you know? So it's hard to judge me saying, you know, you don't have a backstory, but I unfortunately didn't come in with one.
It's a fair point.
Can I say something else or no? Sorry. Can I add something to it? Or
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I just wanted to say, because it's got me thinking a little bit. So the first night we had those superlatives, right? So me and Cody tied for the defender. And I think, like, you know, we talked about like the types of people in these games and like in like growing as an org player as well. I think like I always have thought, I mean, I'm still new to orgs, but I've thought of myself as like the hero, right? And I've always like tried to like play that part, and I guess like putting myself as a mom in other people's shoes. In the beginning of the game, I was living up to that name as the defender, and in my mind it was the right thing to do. Looking back on it, I totally realized it wasn't the right thing to do. I should have just disengaged. It wasn't my battle to fight. I should pick my battles. But so I definitely feel like that example was me learning, and I feel like I have more growth and learning to do from there. And so like on my season, you know, I kind of told my life story, my journey, and I had that fight with Shelby. And I realized too, like with the whole thing with Ida, like after, you know, with Keon and the whole thing with Ida, like I need to just take a step back and realize like what is the misunderstanding? Let's just start over and get along. And like, I actually really like Ida. And I think that like, I'm learning myself, like how to, because I think I can be misunderstood. And again, I think myself as like trying to be the hero can come off to other people like as the opposite, because if I'm defending someone, it can be like engaging, but engaging in the wrong type of, you know, I should just disengage in that type of behavior. Whereas I'm always thinking like, oh, I need to defend because I would want to be defended, and think of the hero in that way. So I feel like I'm growing myself to not always just think of it like that, and realize that like there's, you know, definitely pick my battles and not always you know, fuel the fire, so to speak.
And I want to say, I liked, I think it was Crystal who said, or Kira, one of them asked Mark, how do you see your story ending, or like, what more is there to tell? And so I'm just going to steal that question and act like it was for me because it's a really good question. I think after this, if I get to the finals, you know, in season 9, I played more like a villain. I played more like a cockroach, more like, you can't get rid of me. There ain't nobody stepping up to me because ain't nobody can't get rid of me, you know? So, but I only got to final 2 and that's it. I got second place. So what I want to do now is come in as the real Rafi, the more positive, happy Rafi that's more friendly. And friendly Rafi's needs to get final one. That's what friendly Rafi needs. And I think that'll be a nice touch off to my story in this series. Nice little bow.
Yeah,
Well, I
think-
would like to get my first and second place since you've had one already.
yeah. I would love to get first place too because I came in.
I
Wait,
haven't
did I
been to
come in?
one. Have you
Oh,
been
I
to a
came-
final too?
No, I came in fifth. Sorry, I came in fifth in my season.
Well,
Fifth
Just
place.
before. Yeah.
Well, can I ask you guys, if you guys were in our position, who would you cut off this final four to make it a top three?
Oh, to make it a top three? Yeesh. Do you want me to go first?
If you want.
I can go first. Dang, this is tough because I like both of these people. Very much actually. I personally am gonna have to say Debbie, only because I feel like we should judge off of, challenges as well as growth, as well as how you take different critiques and apply them. And I feel like Rafi may have applied them a little bit more than Debbie has. I feel like she does still struggle with some of the things that she's been critiqued on kind of at the beginning of the show with, kind of rambling sometimes or over talking people or kind of missing the note. And that's the only reason. She's a superstar. She's been great. But if I had to pick somebody, it would just be her on the basis of, just not hitting some of those marks and being told a couple more times than some of the other people.
Debbie, would you like to go next? What do you want?
Sure. So this was hard for me to answer too because I really do like both Mark and Rafi, and Rafi and I have kind of had a little bonding after last episode too, and I'm like, I really like Rafi. I wish we talked more throughout the season. And this is tough, and I'm only going to say this person, and it's not this person's fault of the reason I'm going to say, but I'm just going to say it because kind of like what the judges were asking, and it's hard to see growth if you didn't know before. So I know everyone was on previous seasons, and I know this is Mark's first game, and I think he's doing amazing. To get to the end in your first game is phenomenal. But like I said, I didn't watch Rafi's season, but obviously we all had history and reasons to be here and grow. And although I do agree Mark's been amazing at the challenges and doing really well, I don't know where he needed to grow from because I don't know his story of he didn't have an org or a season rather that he had a story before that he needed to grow from. So I'm only going to say Mark because I just don't know. The whole premise of Baddies is growing from your season and taking that and learning. So I'm only going to say Mark because I don't there's nothing to base the growth from.
All right. Again, really hard decision. I honestly, this is probably, oh my God, I just am sitting here thinking because it's Mark just overall also very consistent and just an overall good guy, great guy. I love him so much. I had a conversation with him yesterday and I'm like, wow, Mark's really smart. Mark's really social. Mark's honestly, if this were I Love Money, I can see Mark can win. Could win I Love Money if I Love Money were his first game. And I was just so I love Mark. And Debbie too. Debbie, I'm glad you said that because last night I was oh my God, I'm obsessed with you because because I'm kind of an overtalker too. So I love your energy so much. I just wish I talked to you more. Honestly, I think everyone here is a good person and is deserving of the crown. However, if I had to say to eliminate someone, I think I would eliminate Debbie here only because I think in this challenge, because in terms of growth, I think we've all grown. I think we've all done it. So I'm just have to base it off of the challenge. I think in this challenge, Debbie was the weakest out of all of us.
I have a question for you, Debbie.
Mhm.
So you said a point of the show is growing from your previous season, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one consistent critique that you've had all season is over talking and maybe sometimes stepping on people's toes. And I know that was brought up in your season as well as this one. So do you think that you've improved on that at all, or do you think that that's still a frequent problem that you encounter?
I mean, I definitely feel like I've grown from it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say like I've perfectly stopped it, because I feel like it's a work in progress. Like once you're a certain way your whole life of like the way you talk. But yeah, no, I definitely think I've grown from it. I think I've learned from it as well. I think like some of the other critiques are like that I've gotten were like, to me, kind of seeing how to, get along with everyone in the house as well. And I definitely think that I've improved from it. I mean, I think last episode, for example, so the improv was different, right? We were kind of all like talking at the same time. I think last episode, for example, and not to bring it up, but like when Cody got eliminated, I definitely like took a back seat. There were things that I thought like that I wanted to say that I thought like shouldn't have been happening, but I'm like, I need to take a back seat and not talk, because this is not my place to talk. And so like I think that's an example of me like not over talking and like just taking a back seat and being quiet. I think the episode before too, I think it was when Anthony went home, I learned to kind of like take a back seat, because I know there was a point where Dylan was like, Debbie, you're not in danger, you don't need to talk, where I raised my hand. And I think from there I kind of learned to like not keep talking and defending myself when I don't need to, and take a back seat. And so yeah, like I said, I mean, I can't sit here and say like I don't do it at all anymore, but I definitely feel like I've grown from that, and learning to like listen to people more in the orgs and like give them the space, and like, and not to bring it up again, but like with Ida, like I don't like, it's like, who gives a shit like what we do, like let's just like find common ground and like, and be able to like respect each other. So I think like when I started this game, I saw someone that I thought was not respecting other people, and I stepped in and I realized I don't need to do that. Like I need to just mind my own business. Again, as a mom, I feel like in life, like that's how I feel like I need to defend people, but I need to just like stop talking and take a back seat. So to answer your question, I definitely think I have room to grow more from it, but I definitely do think I have grown from it in general. Absolutely. And I'd love to stay here for the next episode and show you how I keep growing from it in the final 3. I'd love to not fall short again.
Does anyone else have anything they want to add in? Students, faculty?
I do. Just one final thing, just to kind of piggyback off Debbie, because I know you kind of said it in why you voted for me, which you, at the beginning of what you said was not his fault, which is something that I'm trying to relay, that the critique that I'm getting is that I don't have a backstory. But that would mean that you guys put me in a game to play all the way to the end to never have a chance of winning, because I didn't start with a backstory. So I don't understand why that's a relevant critique for me, because I didn't have that to begin with when I was put in. So of course I'm not going to have a backstory at the end. That was it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else have anything they want to throw in? All right, well, faculty, we have a lot to discuss. So I'm going to open up the room and we'll figure it out. You guys can await your fate and we will be back.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes. Yes.
But I'm gonna agree with Debbie on this one. I think Mark should go home because Mark and Rafi are working together.
We're not
Y'all
working
working
together.
together so hard.
We're not working together. No, I'm dead ass right now. No, I legitimate. If we're basing it off the challenge, yeah. I mean, no, I'm not. Listen, the only people I ever worked with in this game were Keon and Will, and everyone else I've just been friendly towards. That's all.
And I admitted to Rafi, like when he admitted that to me, like, you
I'm
guys were all
also
right.
You keep thinking I need somebody to win a game. Girl, I could do this all on my own, on my lonesome. I got all the way to the top right here by my damn self. And I fought in that room right there for myself. I didn't, oh my gosh, she was really, no. I was really that bitch this whole season. And so I don't really have a reason to go home except for the judges said because you didn't have a backstory. How are you guys all production and y'all put me in something that I didn't have a chance of winning at the end? And let me get all the way to the end and come in these lives and participate in these things and help my team win just to get all the way to the end and say, you don't have no story. So I just wasted all my time. So y'all think that I should go home because I don't have a story in a game I got put in for having a backstory. So that's my fault. No. So why would you send me home on that reason? Exactly. So pick a different reason and then put me in the bottom, like a reason deserved, like everybody else went in the bottom for a reason they deserve. You fucked up. You didn't do good in the challenge.
You know what? I went in the bottom when I was supposed to go in the bottom.
Okay, how many times you been in the bottom though?
All of them. I went in the bottom every time because I was your fish bait.
Get better. They say get better.
You're quiet.
Well,
you're not showing anything.
You was fish bait.
You
sorry enough to be fish bait? That's crazy. I was never fish bait because I'm always the big.
Okay, because you in the back not saying anything.
Good.
So you're in the back. You're not saying anything. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows your background, and you trying to act nice, and we don't know you. So they.
Well, here I am. Hello, and I made it to the top. All right.
You about to go home though tonight.
We'll see.
You have to go home.
I will say, Mark, it's definitely impressive. And I've learned because I've always I mean, like, obviously I was working with people that aren't in the game anymore, and it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, so you was working with people, and you was working with people, and I was that bitch.
You working with people. You working with everybody.
Great.
That's not being that bitch. That's being fake. Okay, you working with everybody and everybody DM.
With you. Who was I working with? I was working with everybody, and they just said they was both with people, and I'm the only one who didn't say it. So you on my case.
Everybody.
Say they was working with somebody. Why you not on
everybody DMs acting nice? Everybody point out your muscles, and you was like, "Yeah, I'm the good looking one." That's all you did. You did not.
You voted for me. Y'all voted for the good looking. I didn't say that. Y'all voted.
Y'all listen. Y'all nothing. Who's y'all? I've been trying to get them to vote you for a long time, but you and they DMs hard.
And it didn't work. But
you know went home tonight, so it doesn't matter.
Guess how many times you ended up in the bottom? A bunch.
It doesn't matter.
I was never there. I don't know her.
You at
the
bottom right now, and you going home. You going home.
Do you really think Mark's going home though? I think I am.
Yeah, Debbie. You just gotta stop talking. You talk a lot. You be fine. But Mark's going home.
We'll see.
There's no fucking way.
We'll see. We'll see against the last live.
Even when it's just four of us, I'm glad y'all can keep it entertaining.
So Mark, can you just say, so in my last game there was someone that like didn't work with anyone and then got to the end, and I've always been like, you need to have like, this game's different, but like I need to have a final 2 or I need to have a final 3. And you kind of made me realize, shit, like you don't need that to get to the end sometimes, because then there's no one for them to pick off for you working with. So it's pretty impressive that you didn't really have that type of like strategy. Like my first org, I was like, I need to make final 2s. I need to make alliances. Like you didn't have that strategy. So at least I didn't see it.
I sure as hell didn't either.
I've been trying to tell you, it was just me, G. That's all I got. That's all I had because I didn't know anybody. Everybody had prior relationships.
Because I don't know what Rafi, what was your reasoning of sending Debbie to the bottom or sending her home?
She did the worst in the challenge.
She did the worst in the challenge?
She did not. Mark did the worst in the fucking challenge. Stop doing that.
Oh, wow. I did the worst in the challenge.
Stop doing that. Debbie did her damn. You hear that shit? They hating.
Be honest.
Debbie did that.
It was you. But tell me.
Debbie did that. Mark, you did bad. You did bad both times.
Ask Debbie.
What?
You did bad both times.
Debbie, do you think I did bad in both challenges?
No, I think you did good. I just
she's lying. Debbie, you can't be lying.
Ida this time
You
of day.
in the gibbets.
Stop it,
game,
girl.
You asked me to show you gibbets, and I didn't have any to show you. So I'm like, well, let's talk about what gibbets you can get. So I think we kind of just didn't understand each other, and maybe that's where you got frustrated. I was like, I don't have more gibbets right now. I have to go
No,
figure
I
out my
don't.
Y'all see this?
And my frustration was a character
Y'all
choice,
see
so I
the
wasn't
y'all see the miniature golf?
even. And anyways, it's a skit where he starts to get frustrated, but you're still trying to explain. So it wasn't me like you. It was a character choice.
Yeah, it's fine. I wasn't a character as
None of
myself.
those skits you did were good, Mark, at all.
It's okay, Ida. Nothing you've done this season has been good, so it's okay, honey. You
Right.
had your one at the
I'm
end, and
just
I'm
saying,
glad.
them skits were not good. Coming from somebody
glad
who's been
you
in
shine
theater,
when it
you
mattered.
slept hard.
You've been in theater?
I have since 9th grade until
I
I
said, good for
graduated
you.
high
I
school.
haven't been in theater. As you can see, those
It
aren't
was fun.
That's
I
not
know
my.
how to be fake. I know how to be fake too. I know how to be fake, baby.
Oh, good. I don't know how to do that.
You
But
do.
I'm glad you do.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Hello,
I
everybody.
appreciate you, girl.
We are back, and the headmasters and I have made our decision. Ida, you can stay on camera. So tonight we will have to choose between Debbie, Mark, and Rafi, and who will be advancing to the final with Ida. So me and the headmasters, we had a long talk, and it was a really hard decision. I'm going to ask each of them for a brief little note without giving it away of who is going home. So Queewell.
So to start off, we are very different from your previous judges, mostly because we were on production. We have seen everything from start to finish. We have been in the confessionals. We know your stories pretty well. We know what was said behind any closed doors. We know who's telling the truth, and we know who's lying. That said, at this point in the game, it's very, very hard when it comes to the eliminations. Everything does matter. So for my decision and everyone else's decision, everything from the beginning of the season to now is being taken into account. But overall, I think everyone did really good. And in terms of getting to the top, I think you all had valid reasons why you could have won this game. So I think you guys should all be pretty proud of yourselves. You did a really good job, and it's been a pleasure watching you all.
Headmaster Tyler.
Well, I guess I'll just keep it really short and sweet. Phenomenal job to you all. You all did amazing. Some of my choices tonight, it was, for me, I feel really, really bad, but honestly, you all did so amazing. So it was really hard for me, but great job. Great job to you all. You all impressed me from your start when you all got off that school bus, ghetto as hell. Ghetto as hell. Yes, I'm talking about you, Mark. You were the loudest one in that bitch. But you all have showed so much growth from the time you all started to now. And tonight was something really hard I really didn't want to do, but great job to you all. Great job.
Thank you, brother. Queewell, thank you, sister. I needed to have a little Monique reference in there. All right, so we have made our decision, and I'm not going to leave you guys in tension too much longer. The student that we have chosen to advance to the finale is Rafi. Rafi, congratulations. You are advancing to the finale of DH1's Baddies.
You're kidding. You're kidding.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
I did not expect that. Thank you so much to the judges for choosing me. Pick me. Love. No, but thank you guys so much. Really, really. I'll have more to say next time, but it's
So that means that Debbie and Mark, I guess this is the part where we send you both home, right? But wait, because I have an announcement to make. For the first time in DH1 history, there will be 3 students moving on to the finale of DH1's Baddies. So for the first time, 3 of you will be facing off in the final episode of the season. But that does mean there's only 1 spot left. Mark, the critique for all season, you've been really strong in these lessons. You've come correct. You've won several times. But do you have the story to claim that spot in the Hall of Fame? Debbie, you have the personality, you have the story, but you have fumbled the ball in the last couple of lessons. So is tonight your night? Debbie, I need you to hand me your pledge pin. You've been expelled. That means that Mark, congratulations, you are advancing to the finale of DH1's Baddies. Congratulations. You've been a strong competitor all the way through. Tonight was your first fumble. You don't deserve to go home. And I think your story deserves a good finish, and it's in that finale. Great job. That means that Debbie, we have to let you go. Now, Debbie, I'm just going to speak for all of us when I say that you really did have a strong chance going into that finale. Prior to tonight, you were someone that we were looking at as potentially being in that top 2 position. You've been really strong all season. You've done really well in the lessons. You've won a couple of challenges. And I really have seen a change in you. It's just really unfortunate that this was a really strong bottom 3. You know, Mark's been really strong in the lessons, and he's been really strong, like personality-wise, and not really being in the drama. And Rafi has just been really consistent. He's really been building momentum going into this finale. So it's just, unfortunately, we had no other option tonight but to send you home. But I think you did fantastic this season. Top 4 is not something to, bat an eye out. And I wish you could be with us in the top 4, but we had to make a decision. And this breaks my heart because I love you so much.
Well, I got 1 place farther than last time. I'll win more one day. But no, I actually won challenges this time where I never ever won an individual challenge before. So I'm proud that I've won challenges, and I'm I could actually do the non-physical ones. So that was cool. Yeah, the improv thing, even though I've done acting when I was younger, I kind of messed up on that. But yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely been a crazy ride. There were obviously things and behaviors from certain people I didn't agree with at first, and stuck my head in somewhere where it didn't really belong, and realized don't need to do that. This isn't real life situations. And yeah, I definitely feel like I've learned and grown from certain things, didn't agree with actions of certain people towards the end. But yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like everyone that's there deserves it. Mark, I love you as a person. I didn't mean anything by I just meant being new. I just didn't know.
No, Debbie. No, it didn't. No, it wasn't anything you said at all, or really anyone said. I was just explaining the point at the end, but it had nothing to do with you personally. You're amazing. Love you, love you, love you. Because you've been great. Total best friends. No, for real. No, that I don't want you to feel bad about that or think that I think negatively of you at all. You've been nothing but good to me whole season. We've had a great conversation, and so you've been an angel. So don't worry about it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So yeah, and I think at the beginning of the game, it's hard because there's certain people that are out. One person that I never really spoke to, but oh fuck it, I'm just gonna say it. I definitely think that there's a certain person, I'll just name the name now that I'm going out. I think that Will specifically misunderstood me. I was always real with everyone, especially him. And I don't know why, I'm hearing all that I'm hearing right now. But I've never had anything bad to say about him. And I think certain people in the beginning of the game thought I was being fake when I wasn't. Every conversation I had with everyone was real. Even me, me not getting along with Keon was because I was upset the way he behaved towards other people. Him and I never spoke one-on-one. I spoke to other people one-on-one, so it's very hurtful to hear, such as Will, for example, that I would be talked about in such a negative way. But again, I was real with everyone, even like my misunderstanding with Ida. I mean, Ida's right. It did have to do with things that happened before the game and then from the beginning of the game. And I realized like we've had a misunderstanding. I just need to take a step back and realize like who cares what was lied about, or who like what's like, let's just figure it out and get along in the game. And so, yeah, I think I really tried to do that towards the end, because I do think that I was being misunderstood. And I think that's a problem I have in games. And I also think that a problem I have is being the defender. And sometimes I just need to shut my mouth and mind my business to be, but yeah. And here I go babbling again, but, yeah. And also I have to say, like, Cody's gone now, but so if you guys know from my season, Cody and I were frenemies. Like I was scared as hell of him coming in. I was like, oh shit, Cody's in this cast. Like he's going to get me out number one. So I'm going to say it now that Cody's gone. Like I didn't agree with what happened on the last live, and you know that, like, I don't agree with that behavior and I couldn't say anything, but I love how I grew. Like, so Lucy's my girl. She's always been my girl. Maybe I should save this stuff if we're having a reunion. I don't know. But I felt like I grew with Cody, going from like frenemies and not understanding each other to really working together well. And like this game isn't about working together, but like understanding each other and being friends and respecting each other. And I think like that's sometimes like learning from orgs, like putting your differences aside and realizing like you can be friends. And like I really like and respect you know, Cody. I don't agree with everything he does or all the actions, but yeah. And so I think that was cool, like coming in, like and yeah, just putting misunderstandings aside. So that's it. I'm done with my spiel.
It's okay, Debbie, and I co-sign everything you said. So Debbie, you may be leaving us tonight, but I mean, top 4, top 5 is nothing to bat your eye at. And I think you cemented yourself tonight as like a DH1 legend. In my eyes, I really feel that. So you absolutely have nothing to be proud. I have everything to be proud of, and you are welcome back anytime. I don't know when the next time going to be, if there is a next time, but you are welcome back anytime. So you may now leave the Coco Academy, and we will see you very soon for the ending. So thank you so much, Debbie.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, Rafi. Good luck, Mark. Good luck, Ida. Bye.
And with that, Mark, Ida, Rafi, we have our top 3. One of you will be the very first graduate of the Coco Academy and be inducted into that Hall of Fame. So let's break it down. You guys will have one last lesson to get yourself into the finale. That's what's going to be judged on in that last episode, on top of your full body of work of the season. So if you want to give yourself that last final push on why you should win in the end, this is your opportunity. So we will give you guys your lesson later tonight, and you'll have the next 2 days to work on it. And then on Tuesday, we'll crown a winner. So audience, let your voice be heard. Are you hashtag Team Ida, hashtag Team Mark, or are you hashtag Team Rafi? Let your voice be heard all over the interwebs. And until next time, I have been your headmaster, Dylan, with my other 2 headmasters, Queewell and Tyler, and the rest of my production team, and our top 3. And until next time, let the music play.